So get a girl on a date, practice these things. I guarantee you, if she's leaning in and she's not giving you a lot of aversion to it or resistance, you're in the green and you should try to move it to your house or move it somewhere where you can either kiss her or have sex. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you clicked on this video, chances are you may have trouble when it comes to being on a date with a girl, knowing if and when you should touch, but also how to go about touching a girl. In this video, we're specifically going to talk about how to test the waters to know if she's ready to be touched. And we're also going to talk about how to be non-reactive when she conveys to you that she doesn't want to be touched so that you don't completely blow it out the water, okay? Now, let's go ahead and jump into it right away. Now, let's go ahead and start with a few things, right? So let's talk about touch. Now, touch is super essential for any type of intimacy on a date, any type of escalation. If you're trying to move it to home, to the bed, sex, there's going to be, if you're trying to move it to your home, to the bed, sex, there's going to need to be some level of physicality on that date before it leads there, right? And for a man, this is usually how he knows if a girl is really into him and really connected to him. If she tends to get physical back, allow the physical touch, but also sometimes you get women who are just not ready to go. So let's go ahead and talk about the 5 ways that I test to see if a woman is warmed up enough to be touched, okay, in the areas that I touch. So the first place that I might touch if I'm on a date with a girl to find out where she at on the date, right? If I can't tell how connected she is, maybe we're having a good time, but I just can't tell her depth or her level of investment, I like to try to touch the hands. So if I'm walking alongside her, I like to find a random reason to touch her hands, right? I might look at her hands and see if her nails are done. And if I do see her nails are done, I'll grab her hand, I'll look at them. I'm like, oh, I love your fucking hands. These are looking beautiful. I love that you got this all done up, right? And then I'll put the hand back, right? What I'm testing for, is she comfortable with me touching her? Is there any pullback, right? Is there any resistance, especially any hardcore aversion to being touched? And if there is, I lay off and I don't get too attached to her resisting. I stay open and I have a good time. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. But the first thing I do is I touch the hands. And even if I'm just walking alongside her, I may just grab her hand very ballsily, right? Hey, what's going on, Jennifer? How you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. I'm reaching out and grabbing the hand. Okay, tell me more about that. Okay, cool. And a lot of times that's actually how it happens, right? I'll just do it while we're talking very nonchalantly. And in most cases, she'll reach out, grab the hand, and she'll roll with it. Very rarely do I get a girl who pulls away, but it does happen, okay? So, our first one. Touch her hands. This is probably just the quickest way to do it, right? Because we're usually walking side by side. Now, another way to do it is, actually what I'll do is, I'll just go ahead and jot all 5 of these. Now, the second way to do this is, if I'm on a date with a girl, and again, I'm walking side by side with her, I've found myself in various situations and scenarios where she gets really close. Let's say we're walking through a door together, I open the door, she walks through, she gets really close. What I might do is I might put my hand on the small of her back, right? That's just a little area of your back, right? This little area of your back. I find little reasons to touch it, right? If we're walking and she's close enough, I'll put my hand on it, and I'm just testing. Is she warmed up to it, or does she resist it? Now, have I had it where girls pull away like this when I try to do that? Sure, right? But have I also had it where girls don't say anything and actually lean in more? Yeah, actually most of the time, okay? So test by trying to put your hand on the small of her back. Find little reasons to, right? If you guys are walking through a tight crowd, and put your hand on the small of her back, kind of guide her through the crowd, guide her through the door if you're trying to guide her through the door. Little things like this. Just try to touch and just see if she's warmed up to it. If she's warmed up to it and she doesn't respond or she doesn't have an aversion to it, there's a good chance that she likes you and she's connected with you, okay? So we're talking about touch the small of her back. Hang on, guys. This board ain't long enough. This ain't wide enough. All right. So the third thing I like to do to test to see where I'm at with a girl, to see where she's at on this date. Is she comfortable enough? Is she connected? Is she feeling like there's a bubble here and we're in it together, right? We're not disconnected. Another place I like to touch is the knee, right? And I'll explain this right now. So let's go ahead and do this. Touch the knee. I know this sounds silly. How can you touch the knee? I'm gonna show you right now. Okay. So if I'm on a date with a girl, we're out getting coffee, we're hanging out somewhere where there's seats, right? I make sure not to sit across from her. I always find a reason to sit next to her. Now, are there some cases where we sit down and I'm a little unsure and I might sit across from her first? Sure, right? I'll just kind of go with the vibe. Maybe I don't feel a strong connection, so I'll sit across from her. But in doing so, in my head, I'm like, okay, I got to get over there closer to her to see if she's receptive of it. And again, this is only if I'm not sure. A lot of times you might know for sure already if a girl's into you, but there's some cases where it's just a little bit like, okay, there's areas of gray where you're not really sure. So what I might do is I might sit next to her in the booth on the bench, and what I would do is I would take her knee. Let's say if she's sitting to the right of me here, right? I'll take her knee and I'll just rub it like this really quickly. I'll just do it like this, and I'll just let it go, right? So I'll sit next to her, rub her knee, just take my hand off, and I'll just keep talking about whatever we're talking about, doing what we're doing. All I'm testing is to see, does she pull away? Does she have an aversion to it? Does she resist it? Or does she not say anything and just roll with the flow, right? Or does she lean in? Best case scenario, she leans in, she grabs your arm, and she gets all cute on you, right? That's the best case scenario, okay? So try this one when you're out with the girl, especially if you're sitting next to her. This is a really great indicator. Now, the fourth one here is I like to put my arm around them, like around the shoulders, right? Just kind of bring them in like this to just kind of see where she's at. Especially if she's a good height, a little bit shorter than me, I can put my arm around it. It's a really great way to test the waters, right? So I would say arm around shoulders. And again, I just want to keep making this point, keep bringing it back to the same thing. We're just testing the waters. How does she respond to it? Now, of course, when you put your arm around her like that, that's a lot more intimate than touching the hands. It's a lot more intimate than touching the knee. Maybe touching the small of her back could be a little bit intimate too, right? But this is definitely more intimate than that. Now, that's how you really know if a girl's into you. If you got your arm around her like this, and she doesn't move, she doesn't make an issue about it, then you pretty much going in for the kiss and just testing the waters with that. Because if she's letting you get this close, there's a good chance she's down to kiss you, to make out with you. So if you can get your arm around her and she doesn't trip or make an issue about it, go for the kiss too. Just try it and see, right? Where she can say is no. So remember, no is not always no. No is just not right now. And we'll talk about that in a second. So number 5, and this is my favorite. I love touching a woman like around this particular area. I don't know why. The skin is softer down there, the body's warmer down there. There's something about it that just kind of turns me right on. I could touch a girl around her waist. So the same way I would put my arm around a girl's shoulder and bring her in, what I might do is if I'm sitting next to her on a date, we're sitting down, I might just put my arm around her back like this and then squeeze her and pull her in closer and like that. And as I'm hanging out with her like this, I'm just keeping her tight and I'm just talking to her the whole date just like this the whole time. The whole time we're sitting down, I just got her in my palms. So that's a really good one for you to know to what depth is she rocking with you, right? Because if she doesn't give you any resistance or aversion of that, there's a pretty good chance that she's tapped in with you, she's connected to you, she likes you, she's not scared of getting physical with you, and it may be a lot easier to move it from that venue to your place if you've gotten that close to her. All right, so we're gonna talk about arm around the waist. All right. Now that we've got these out the way, go out there and practice these. Go out there and test the water. But first, you got to get a date. So go back and watch my videos on how to get dates. Go out there, approach, get Insta dates, invite girls to coffee shops, invite girls to go get smoothies, invite girls to go get ice cream and yogurt. Do all these things. It's really easy to get a girl on a date, especially if you are doing a really solid approach and she's already liking you and giving you some type of investment and curiosity back. So get a girl on a date, practice these things. I guarantee you, if she's leaning in and she's not giving you a lot of aversion to it or resistance, you're in the green and you should try to move it to your house or move it somewhere where you can either kiss her or have sex. Okay. So now this is a bonus piece here, and I'll just write it right here because this needs to be said. The bonus piece, and this is about non-reactivity. And I'm going to tell you why I'm talking about non-reactivity in this video, because it is important, probably but not for the reasons that you think. Now, if you look in the, I don't know, red pill community, pickup community, they say, oh, don't be non-reactive, be stoic, don't show any emotion. I don't agree with that. I think that's complete bullshit. Now, non-reactivity, what I mean by that in the context of touch is this. If and when you go to test the waters, you go to touch her hand, let's say she pulls away, she doesn't want to be touched. You try to touch the small of her back, she pulls her body away like this. You go to touch her knee, she pulls her knee this way, she doesn't want to be touched. You go to put your arm around her shoulder and she picks your arm up and she puts it back. Oh my God, I've had that. And then you go to put your arm around her waist and she, like say you reach for her waist, she starts to pull her body away like this to not let you get your arm around. That happens. Your job is to not be reactive to it. And I'm going to tell you why, and this is why. It doesn't necessarily mean no. It most likely just means not right now. And it just means that she's just not warmed up to you enough to go there with you right now. Your job is to not let that put you in your head, which is very easy to put you in the head. Your job is to not let it put you in your head. I want you to stay connected with her the whole time. Keep enjoying her. Keep getting to know her. Keep asking her questions about her. Keep having a great date with her. And somewhere in that date, she will let you know when she's ready. You'll notice her body starts to lean to you more. She may reach out and try to grab your hand, right? She may find little ways to put her body closer to yours. Then you know it's time to just pop your arm around her and bring her in, right? This happens so often. And I've gotten it, and you will probably get it by doing this. Women who are like, hey, sorry, I don't really get physical with people on the first date, right? All good. It's not going to change the way I'm being towards this girl on the date. I'm going to still enjoy her. I'm still going to have fun. I just know that at some point, as she's having a good time and she's warming up to me, she'll drop all that. And then we'll start to get a little bit more physical when it comes to touch. So that's the bonus. Don't get reactive. Just realize that she takes a little bit of time to get warmed up, right? Women are the creatures of the moment. In one moment, they may not want to be touched. They may pull away. And then the next moment, all of a sudden, they're all over you. It's just the way it works. Your job is don't trip. Don't take it personal. It's probably got nothing to do with you. Or maybe it does. And if it does have to do with you, it's probably just the fact that she's not warmed up to you yet. Okay? So take these little tidbits. Go out there, practice them, be a savage with them. Try, test, touch, try to kiss. Try to do all that stuff. And then watch my escalation video too, because that pairs really well with this, and it was the last video that I shot. So go out here, try this. Let me know your results. I want you guys to go out there and absolutely kill it. You know, have some stories of how you touched, held hands, held a girl really closely, and put them in the comments. Let me know how they work for you, okay? Anyways, guys, love you. Love shooting this video for you. I will see you guys in the next video. Take it easy, and I'll see you soon.
I got a question for you. Do you ever go shopping and see a beautiful woman down the aisle that you wish you had the confidence and the courage to walk up to and start talking to? How about that girl at the gym? Do you get women looking at you at the gym and you know there's something that might be there, but you're still struggling with the courage and confidence to walk up and talk to them? Now, how about that sexy MILF at Whole Foods, right? Like sexy MILF who just got out of Pilates class, just got out of her yoga class. She's dressed in this very tight, sexy spandex outfit. Do you ever wish you had the confidence and the courage to walk over there and start flirting with her? Now, how about that beautiful blonde coming out of Starbucks? How about the barista at Starbucks that's ringing you up? Now, how about that girl at the office? And how about that girl in your apartment building? Have you ever wished that you could just walk up and start a conversation with these women that actually lead to somewhere intimate? Now, here's the truth. Most guys do, but they aren't doing it. And the reason is this. Most men are scared of what people would say or think about them if they walked up to a woman and started flirting with them. Most men have this idea in their head that they're creepy or that they're creeps and women don't want to talk to them. Most men have this internal dialogue that will talk them out of walking up to a woman, even though they know this is the woman that they would love to get to know. And the other truth is this: a lot of men think they're bothering women when they think about going up to them and talking to them. And the truth is this: 2 minutes later, you'll see some other guy walk up to this girl, especially if it's at a bar or club, and he'll be hitting it off with the girl. The girl will be playing with her hair, and next thing you know, she's giving him her number. How many times have you guys been in this situation? What if you didn't have to deal with this anymore? What if you didn't have to deal with that internal dialogue that's convincing you not to show up, even though there's a part of you naturally that wants to show up and meet the opposite sex? What if you didn't have to deal with the fear of rejection? What if you had that confidence? What if instead of it being work and hard and difficult, it was actually fun? How many dates would you have, and how many women would you be showing up to meet if it was fun for you? Here's the thing: it can be fun, and it should be fun. And when it becomes fun, it becomes very, very, very easy to do. I have a solution for you. I created a program called 30 Days to Approaching Freedom. And what this program is, it's 30 days of solid accountability to take you from where you currently are in your relationship to approaching and meeting women in the stores, on the streets, the nightlife, and take you to a place where you are confidently walking up, talking to women, and you don't think twice about it. In this accountability program, you're going to be put in a WhatsApp group with 9 other guys, meaning that it's limited to 10 guys. And these guys are like-minded, also getting better with their approaching. So there's a sense of community and there's a sense of brotherhood in this community that will actually help you grow a lot faster. Also in this, there's going to be 8 Zoom calls because we're doing 30 days. There's going to be a Monday Zoom call and a Friday Zoom call where we do deep check-ins with you. We're going to find out what's going on in your subconscious. What are your subconscious beliefs around approaching that's keeping you from walking up to women and talking to them? We've all got some type of unconscious program running in the background keeping us stuck. This is the reason that we see women down the aisle and we sit there and we contemplate and we get stuck, we overthink about it, and then eventually after about 2 or 3 minutes we talk ourselves out of it and then we leave the store. That's an unconscious program that you have, and the quicker we can get to what that program is, we can work on building a better subconscious program, and that program comes through constant repetition, constant reference experiences that prove to your subconscious that all these stories that you have about meeting women and why you shouldn't do it and why they're going to think you're a creep or why they're going to reject you will actually fade away, and you will be met with these experiences that say, oh, women actually want to talk to me. Women actually do want to date me. I make women laugh. Women love flirting with me. I get dates all the time. And when this starts to happen, all of a sudden you have more women in your life than you know to do this. How do I know? Because I started off very terrified of approaching and I had no idea how to do it. I was getting rejected left and right. Couldn't get a number to save my life. I was pushing women away. I was shy. I was tense. I was tight. I was a nice guy. I had all this stuff going on as to why I couldn't approach. Then after doing the work, I got so much better at approaching that I'm like, it's super easy for me to walk up. I don't have approach anxiety anymore. It's really, really easy to go out and get a date. Now, I want to extend this to you guys, extend this reality of this idea to you guys that this can also be you, and it doesn't need to take a long period of time. 30 days is a great amount of time to get you to be in a position where you love going out, approaching and meeting women, but you're also getting results. By results, I mean dates, instant dates, hookups, kisses, makeouts, right? Anything that can happen will happen when you show up. So I'm capping this program at 10 guys, and I'm closing the registration on this 12 days from now. I want to get 10 guys in there who are motivated to change, who are somewhere in their journey where they're just like, I just need that last piece, and I know I can do it. Somebody who has a little bit of belief in themselves, somebody who doesn't have victim mentality, who really wants to go for it and wants to get the results. So in this program, you're going to learn how to lead, you're going to learn how to touch, you're going to learn how to open up women, you're going to learn how to flirt, you're going to learn how to take things to the next level in your approaches. And when you get these results, you'll be so glad that you did, because again, you start to really get the reality of it is that you don't need to be 6 foot tall, dark and handsome to get women. You don't need to have all this money to get women. Does it help? Sure, it gets you in the door, but that's not the end all be all that the internet is saying. Trust me, I'm 5'9", I'm chubby, and I still get women. And I know that it's not that. It's a matter of your ability to connect. It's a matter of your ability to make a woman feel something. And this is what most guys like. They don't know how to make women feel things. So, in this program, I cap it out of 10 guys. We're doing 10 max. Registration closes on October 29th, so that's 12 days from now. 10 seats available, closes about a week and a half from now. So if this is something that you feel that will take you to the next level and you want to jump in, hit the link in the comments. We'll hop on a call. We'll see if this is a good fit for you, if we're a good match for each other. If so, great. If not, that's cool too. Again, I want to work with guys who are motivated. I want to work with guys who see the potential in themselves, but maybe are just not able to draw it out of themselves right now. I can guarantee you that you're going to get results in this program, and I really look forward to seeing you get the results. So if this is for you, go ahead and hit the link. Let's hop on the phone and chat. Let's see where you are right now, and let's see where you want to go. Let's set a goal for your 30 days, and then get you moving in that direction. Anyways, guys, I love you. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.